Welcome to Our Story So Far TV. I'm Garrett, back with our 20th episode, and believe you me, I wish I had a better one for you. A little over a year into the run of the original PlayStation, developers were really cranking out more and more games. 3D experiences were becoming more and more common, but side-scrollers hadn't disappeared entirely. Skeleton Warriors was an action platformer released late in 1996 in North America. Remember in episode 15 when I mentioned how I can't resist random games with cheap price stickers on them? Yeah, that's Skeleton Warriors. The character sprites may look almost like a joke today, but at the time they weren't bad. The animations are incredibly smooth, and the game never shows any sign of slowdown or lag. The character is a pre-rendered sprite similar to those seen in Donkey Kong Country games. I touched on pre-rendered sprite technology in episode 3 of Our Story So Far TV. However, these character sprites are placed in more of a 3D world, as the camera angle and thus the surface the character runs and walks on is shifted ever so slightly, depending on where on the screen you stand. Also, to mix up the gameplay from time to time, there are some stages where you hop on some kind of sky bike and shoot enemies down from a third-person view while you fly through a landscape. I had the unlimited ammo cheat enabled at this point, but with how much ammo is scattered around this level, I'm assuming you couldn't be quite as generous with the bullets as I was. Although the music isn't much more than sampled instrument arrangements similar to those found in many games at the time, I was actually quite impressed with the score, and found the music to be one of the better parts of the experience. However, the sound effects are limited, and the constant drone of exploding skeleton bodies quickly goes from, yay, rewarding fireworks sound, to, I want to kill the terrible drummer playing in my neighbor's garage band. Skeleton Warriors does have some extremely satisfying gameplay, with many one-hit kills making you feel extremely powerful and allowing you to handle an onslaught of enemy skeletons. The jumping and movement isn't perfect, but it's far more responsive than I expected when I first played this game. Some power-ups include a multi-shot and a grenade. The power-up items do have a limited number of uses, but in many instances, you collect so many power-ups from downed enemies, you don't need to worry too much about running out. But if you never want to go without, the game features cheat codes, which can be activated from the pause menu, giving you unlimited use of the items, or even rendering you invulnerable. The game makes your character sprite semi-transparent when you enable the cheat. The game does feature a lengthy intro, showing off some of the benefits of a disc-based system like the PlayStation, while trying to engross players in the story.
Darkness, good, evil. Two forces battle for the ultimate power. As the city of luminicity mourns the death of its king, the heir to the throne must be on guard from the sinister Baron Dark. For the king's passing has brought rumors that the Baron is plotting to steal the Light Star Crystal, the mystical source of luminicity's power. Time of sorrow, Prince Justin does not take notice of the Baron's shadowy figure gaining entrance to the Light Star Chamber. As the crystal is torn from its home, sirens are triggered throughout luminicity, summoning the young prince to save the kingdom from destruction. Prince Justin lunges at the Baron to rescue the crystal. The struggle splits the crystal, unleashing its enormous powers. The power of the crystal has transformed Baron Dark into a living skeleton. The heroic Prince Justin has now become Prince Lightstar, the only mortal with enough power to battle Baron Dark and destroy his skeleton warriors.
Well, there you have it. How could anyone possibly resist Skeleton Warriors? With names like Justin Steele and Prince Lightstar and Baron Dark, it's obvious that this is in no way a bunch of cliches written by an 11-year-old boy. Okay, maybe I'm being a bit harsh. It was obviously intended to appeal to adolescent males. But when you actually look in the manual, the text found in the manual almost exactly matches the introductory monologue. But it quickly becomes obvious that this game really thought it was going to be part of something grand. Look how just about every character or plot point has a trademark beside its name. When I first pawed through the instruction manual, I laughed so hard I couldn't wait to get around to this episode. Then I researched it and realized I had completely missed something when I was about 12 years old. This game really was a part of something bigger. Skeleton Warriors was a moderately successful cartoon, and I've since found out that some of my friends even enjoyed watching it. This title was completely off of my radar. I had no idea it existed. But there it is in all its glory. There were toys and comic books, and the franchise even has a bit of a cult following today. Although the run of the TV show was pretty much limited to 1995, it was seeing reruns and syndication when the game was released on the PlayStation, so it wasn't a complete miss of the market. So, evidently there is quite a story and quite a universe around Skeleton Warriors, and the game does a good job of setting things up, but it doesn't do a very good job of introducing characters or letting the plot unfold. Although there are some quick cutscenes between some of the levels, they definitely don't do much to enrich the story. But honestly, as obnoxiously trite as the character names may be, the game does have a story to it, and some people may be compelled to take up the mantle of Prince Lightstar so that they can conclude our story so far. Thank you, one and all. Seriously, this was 20 episodes. I wasn't sure if I would make 5 episodes when I began this. I'm really enjoying doing it, and I'm just going to keep doing it even if people aren't watching for now. But if you're enjoying the show at all, I would really appreciate it if you'd share it with your friends or people you think might be interested. Likes, comments, and subscriptions always go a long way, and I am always happy to talk to someone, especially if they've been watching this. They just want to comment, leave feedback, interact with me, whatever. You can always follow me on Twitter. That's @NewAngel. That's NUANGEL. And as always, every episode is archived over at ourstorysofar.tv if you want to watch. Thanks so much for watching another episode. We'll see you again in 2 weeks.